Hi guys, it's Anthony again for another video. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I will keep you up to date with what's going on in the rugby league world. This is not a North American rugby league video. This is a general rugby league video, as it's some really big news, and it concerns the London Broncos. They have just announced today that they are going to be moving to Plough Lane, the home of Wimbledon Football Club, as their permanent home. It was voted in with a small margin, 91% of the vote, and and it seems to be a way that they want to go forward. They want that as their main base from now on. Just looking at a bit of information, um, it it was announced that they were going to move to Plough Lane, and then they voted for it, that a 3-year deal with Richmond Athletic Association to see the club's academy side to play there in 2021. So, but the vote has only just gone through, that they had with the fans of Wimbledon Football Club, to ground share with Wimbledon. So London Broncos new home. It's a good forward momentum. Hopefully, it's a permanent home, as they said that it was arrangements for the opening game of 2021 to be played at the Rock Roehampton to begin with. So they announced that they were going to move to Plough Lane in December 2020, and the announcement today came through, and as I said, 91% of the vote saying yes, welcome to Plough Lane, London Broncos. It's been a nomadic existence for London Broncos, because since their formation in 1980 as Fulham Rugby League Club back then, they've been based in 10 different grounds in the Greater London area. Mostly to the west of London, but one to the south and one to the east. But the base has been sort of in the Rice area, so you can say that they're going home. If I'm right in saying that Wimbledon is in that area. But just a quick summary. When they were founded as Fulham Rugby League Football Club in 1980, the team played their games at Craven Cottage, and they were there for 4 years. And the largest ever home ground for their attendance for themselves at 15,013 for a Challenge Cup game in Wakefield Trinity, 15th of February 1981 that was. Afterwards, they moved to to Crystal Palace National Sports Centre a couple of times. 1984 first of all to 1985 for one season, obviously, and then for 3 years from 1990 to 93. Sorry, and they made the Athletic Stadium their base for them 2 periods. I remember watching the Athletics when I was younger at my grandparents' house, and yeah, it was a big stadium, but it was an athletic stadium, so it was far away from the actual stands. For 5 years after, between the at the athletic stadium, they were at Polytechnic Sports Ground, which is in Chiswick, for 5 years. And then they were at Barnet from 1993 to 1995. Barnet's Copthall Stadium in North London. It was again another athletics arena, where it was a 3-year stint at that stadium. And then there were two different sections. They had a year gap in one of the so we'll call it three times that they were at the Stoop, the Twickenham Stoop, where this ground shared with Harlequins, which they became Harlequins Rugby League for a little while. So they were at the Stoop from 1995 to 96, and 97 to 99, and then once again at 2007 to 2013. So that's probably the longest period that they had at any grounds during that period, but it wasn't their permanent home, as they keep flitting around a few places. For instance, in the furthest east stadium was the Valley, Charlton Athletics home ground, where they were there for 1 year in 1996, and then 2000 to 2001. So there were two periods at the Valley as well. Very nomadic. It was unfortunate that they needed their own identity. Once again, they were on the move in 2002, after 2001, where in 2002 to 2006 they were at Griffin Park, um, which was the home of Brentford Football Club, who have also moved stadium themselves to a new modern-looking stadium, with some interesting lines from the main stadium, main stand to one of the ends. I think it was a very steep downturn in one of the stands. Anyway, aesthetics aside, it's a nice new stadium. And from what I've seen on TV, I've not been able to visit it yet. After which, they were a year at the Hive Stadium, which again is a ground share with Barnet, but Barnet's new stadium, which I thought they would have stayed at for quite a bit of time longer, because it was a feel of a Northern Football Club, Northern Rugby League stadium. Yes, he had the small stand on one side and the big main stand on the other, but they had the two terrace stands, which would have done well for away fans, but they couldn't stay there for too long. The highest the record crowd that they had there was 2013. So at the end of the 2015 season, they moved again, and they were on the move to Trailfinders Sports Club. Um, it is based in West Ealing. It was Ealing Trailfinders Rugby Union home ground, so they were on a ground share once more, which is what they've done, which we're going to do for the future as well. So they were there from 2016 to 2020. Their last time in the Super League was 2019, where they were playing that stadiums, and the RFL had, after which, said that they have to move because it's no longer deemed suitable for matches at Super League level, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth, because it's suitable for a rugby union side, and they were getting okay crowds. It was a 3G pitch as well, which was at the time not the only one, because of Toronto playing on the 3G pitch when they're at home. But yeah, they moved on, and now they have this deal with Wimbledon Football Club to go to Plough Lane, which I think they're calling the Rock. No, it's not the Rock. Roehampton is where they are playing for the beginning, because they have an agreement to let Wimbledon Football Club to be the first one to allow fans in, their own fans, because it's their ground. So they're playing at a Rock in Roehampton for this first period, and then once the football season has started, they will be able to play. They'll be able to play their home games at Wimbledon's ground, when that has all been done and dusted. It's going to be exciting for them. Wimbledon fans seem to be on board. It's helping them finance the stadium, and it also helps London Broncos become become more less nomadic, more of a home base, a new feel, especially when they've agreed with Richmond Athletic Association to have their academy side play there, which their academy sides do bring through some good players. I've mentioned them before in previous videos, and I know that Wigan have just last season picked up one of their more promising fullback, more promising pack players. So we'll see how he develops as well. His name eludes me at the moment. I won't say his name because I'll probably get it in a word salad, I'm afraid. But yes, happy news for Wimbledon. This was announced on the 4th of April 2021, and yes, it goes hand in hand with the North American Rugby League because they are two established, well, two soon to be established members of the rugby league fraternity that keep getting the short end of the stick, if you may. That's the opinions of some rugby league fans, the ones that are open to expansion, and it is outside the establishment's comfort zone. So I hope their owner, who keeps ploughing money into the London Broncos to keep them sustainable, keeps going, because this is a plus now. It helps them create a commercial base as well, so that they can bring in the income, won't be too reliant on the owner, hopefully become self-sustainable, and also they can bring more of that talent and keep that talent at London Broncos a little bit longer than what they have before. At the time of this recording, I think the London Broncos got beat well on the 3rd of April. They got beat off Halifax Panthers at 47 points to 14. Yes, they're in transition at this point, but they need to stay in the championship, or at least challenge for the playoffs at the end of the season, so that they can make a good fist of it, make this Wimbledon transition a good one. Yes, so happy times for London. I hope it brings them confidence. I hope it takes the gloss off the pain that they got from the defeat on the 2nd of April, and they can look forward to brighter times ahead. Anyway, that's all from me, so thank you very much for your time. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye now.